Health has been a major priority within the past year. Prior to the pandemic, people were taking care of themselves by regularly going to the gym. Things changed, however, when gyms began to shut down due to COVID. This caused people to either stop working out or having to adapt to something else. Now, gyms have slowly started to open back up, but it made me think about how the average gym goer would handle working out during a pandemic. So, I thought, what were the different ways people could still work out in a post-COVID world? One way I looked at it was through a social lens. Part of the fun of exercising is being able to do it with your friends, your bros. It's one of the ways friends can stay in touch and have a positive effect on their health. With gyms closing though, it was nearly impossible to do that. So what else could they do? Well, the alternative was an outdoor competition. Originally, I was thinking of something like an app that tracks your progress online with others, but after speaking with a friend of mine, he helped me come up with a better idea. See, he works at a gym on Camp Perry, but he also goes to the local rec center near me as well. I asked him a bunch of questions on how the pandemic has affected his workout routine. The last thing I asked was if he would partake in a remote workout with friends, but he suggested an outdoor competition instead. It would be sponsored by the rec center, and since it would be outside, people wouldn't have to worry about social distancing. Besides it being a competition, it would also be a great way to learn how to stay healthy and push people beyond their limits during the pandemic. Then there's the business side of things. Many gyms had to close down right in the beginning of the pandemic. Out of all the types of public gatherings, they were hit the hardest due to people working out in close areas and equipment constantly being used by people. Again, they've had to reopen, but to a limited capacity. I was able to interview one of the managers at the James City Rec Center, which is near me, and I asked him about how he is taking measures to ensure the safety of others. Aside from the basics like social distancing and cleaning equipment, I asked him if they would implement a pass system to let people in. The reason why I asked him this was because in New York, they created an app called the Excelsior Pass. This is used for entries into businesses and public venues, which provides safety for people who are still worried about entering in public areas. When I asked the manager this, he said that due to privacy info, they weren't allowed to do something like that. On top of that, they have a limited budget, which has been very restricting for them to be able to do a lot of things that they want to do. I also made a survey of the same questions I asked my friend and the gym manager and sent it out to everyone on social media. Each of them had varied answers when it came to their schedules and how they adapted, but all were very unanimously in favor of the vaccine pass on their phones and outdoor workout competitions. Despite everything that's happened in the past year, people still have the ability to go work out and take care of themselves both physically and mentally. This is about more than just looking like your best or trying to impress others that you know. It's about treating your body and mind with the respect that it deserves. No matter what the world is going through, you're taking care of your health, and that's more important than anything else.